Just give me a reason to keep my heart beating. Don't worry, it's safe right here in my arms. As the world falls apart around us, all we can do is hold on, hold on.
Hello everyone, this is DT Ninja here to bring you my Bleach Chapter 603 discussion. Okay guys, like I stated with Naruto, I will be doing my reviews, my poems with a color scan, but I'm a little backed up right now. I apologize, but I will be getting those out to you. Probably 602 and 603 will be together. Okay, so yeah, just be patient. I apologize again in advance, but I'm trying to get you guys more things like live reactions. So yeah, that is one reason why I'm backed up a little bit. I've also started other things as well. So yeah. Anyways, let's get to the discussion. This chapter of Bleach was honestly, if you saw my live reaction, you probably like. Yeah, this was one of those chapters that was like, what just happened? Like, what the hell? Like, seriously, Kubo is doing it again, okay? He is taking a great character like Bazz-B, okay? Or, I don't even know what to think because we saw, Accutrone. Accutrone is his name. Robert Accutrone, which is the Colonel, right? He's Sternritter N, and then he's like, okay, I'm Sternritter N, Accutrone. And then he becomes Bones, and he's dead, okay? What was the point of telling us the name if you're gonna kill him in like, the next page? It's like, But I did like the fact that, Robert Accutrone, he actually told, Sternritter N told, the glutton that, His Majesty left you, You're not worthy of being, part of his army anymore. He just left you to die. And she's like, what? He's like, what am I to you, And, like, it goes back to Juha, But before that, we see Bazz-B, okay? We see Bazz-B, we see Giselle, we see Bambietta, we see all these Sternritter, and they're just helpless, on the battlefield. They can't do much of anything, as Juha is raising his arms, using the power to take in, their power. He's basically sacrificing those Sternritter to revive his own elite force. Now, does that mean Bazz-B is dead? I mean, if that is the case, I'm severely pissed, because I liked Bazz-B. You guys remember Bazz-B? He was the first Sternritter to show himself in this war, okay? Maybe not the first one to fight, but when he arrived in Serete, he used the finger, and, I believe he blew a hole in one of the Soul Reapers. So, that was an epic entrance, so he has to be one of the elites. His power is up there. Why not, use him? Why not show more of him, Kubo? Maybe he will be useful still. I don't know. But when we saw Accutrone just become nothing, I just got the feeling, I got that bad feeling like Bazz-B is just going to be killed off. We're never going to know what his full power was. And that fight with Renji and Rukia is never going to be shown. So, yeah, that was a little disappointing. It was kind of like the time when Shunsui is fighting, Hashwaltz, and we see Nanao, and she creates the barrier, and they're about to fight, He tries to walk through the barrier, and he's like, alright, well, I'm going to have to use my real power now. And then all of a sudden, the order comes down for him to leave. It's like that. It's like you're so hyped. And it wasn't just that. It was Juha versus Uetsu. Juha, Uetsu, Shunsui, Hashwaltz, okay? Uetsu is getting ready to fight. He's like, is he going to be able to deflect my attack? What should I do to defend myself? And he's already thinking. And then all of a sudden, it's just, he's gathering energy. It's like, what? I mean, I wasn't expecting like a huge fight between Uetsu and Juha, but seriously, nothing? There's no fighting at all. Nothing. Not even a single blade, you know? I mean, nothing. So I was pretty pissed, honestly. And the very fact that Kubo showed that Juha needed to revive his elite force means that Uetsu killed them. They were dead if they needed to be revived. So, yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what to think about this chapter, honestly, guys. I mean, the way Kubo is heading now, when we saw Uetsu fighting, like I said, it was great, right? It was really hyped, but it was almost like it was too much, okay? He's just dropping people like flies, you know, and there wasn't any fight back. And then, you know, last week with Askin, it was decent, you know. I liked Askin's power, but he reveals it to everyone, and then he loses, okay? So it seems like Kubo just, like, destroys these really great characters. And now, obviously, Askin's back, you know, because he's been revived. So I'm happy, but at the same time, it makes Juha look weak, in my opinion. It looks like Juha is weak. Okay, and really, what are the Sternritters? You know, besides the Sternritters, who is the real enemy? You know, the Soul King might be one, but is there even a bigger one? You know, in the shadows. I mean, what is Kubo going to do? What was the point of bringing Grimmjow back? There's no fight between Bazz-B now. Yeah, just I just don't know about this chapter. Like, what the hell? I think he did it on purpose. Here's my thinking. He did it on purpose. I mean, he called the chapter "What the Hell" because people are going to be like, really, why did you do this, Kubo? He did it on purpose because he's going to surprise us in either next chapter or the chapter after when something crazy is going to happen. So I continue reading in the hopes that we see something crazy because I really want to get more of this, more info from this arc. You know, I want to know what happened 1,000 years ago. I want to know what was it that was taken from Rangiku, one of my favorite characters, Rangiku. What happened to her as a child? Please, Kubo, tell us. Don't just kill off your characters like this. Okay. Sorry, I know this is kind of a rant, but anyway, what's going to happen next week? Okay, well, Juha shows that he says, well, the Manga Panda translation says, you know, let's move my Zero Division, which was epic, right? You know, I didn't really think about it much, but, like, what does that even mean? I mean, does he mean that he's the original? I mean, because when we saw it in the manga stream version, it says, shall we go, Zero Division. So I'm not exactly sure what that means. Like, some people could interpret it as he's the Soul King, but would that make sense? Would it make sense? No, it wouldn't make any sense. So I don't know what it means. Maybe it's a mistranslation, and we'll see the Viz translation hopefully this week. But yeah, this chapter was not to my liking. But I pray that to the Bleach gods, to Kubo, that he brings us some greatness soon. And once Ichigo gets there, once we see something from Urahara, I will get back into Bleach mode. Because Urahara is one of those characters, man, every time you see him, whether it's funny, whether it's, you know, serious, it just gets you hyped about Bleach, you know, because you know he's going to be doing something in the background to help Ichigo. So yeah, let's pray in the hopes that something happens. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you guys. However, I'm gonna leave you off with one awesome quote from Bleach, from Tight Kubo himself. This comes from Sosuke Aizen. Yes, guys, in the background, when he was in the Soul Society arc, okay, when he was dead, everyone thought he was dead. He shows up out of nowhere, right, in the Central 46 room, right, when he sees Toshiro, and he's like, what does he say? He says, admiration is the furthest thing from understanding, right? Because Momo admired him so much, right, as a captain and looked up to him. But actually, she knew nothing of his true self, you know? I'm not saying he's an evil person, but what I'm saying is Momo knew nothing about his past life. We know nothing about his past life. And that even reflects that. When he says that, admiration is the furthest thing from understanding. So if you admire me, it means that you still might not know anything about me. You know, it doesn't mean you know who I am. Maybe, you know, Aizen has this past where, you know, the Soul King, you know, maybe like something happened to his village where he lived and it caused his family to die or something. So he resents the Soul King for this reason, you know, and he was left all alone. Or we don't know. So Kubo has to tell us something about Aizen in the end for us to understand that. But that quote is one of my favorites, and it comes from Sosuke Aizen. I believe it's in 59 or 60. Let me see if I can... Ah, yes. Okay, so here is a picture of Aizen, obviously right here, and here's the Hogyoku, right? And the next page is where he says it. He says it when he's right here, when he shows the body. And obviously, you know, he takes the Hogyoku from Rukia, right? And then he does this, right? He takes off his glasses and, you know, he says, I will, you know, nobody has stood at the top, not even the gods, you know, but I will rise above everyone, including the Soul King. So, you know, and then he takes his glasses off. Yes, guys. So, I hope you guys enjoyed my discussion on Bleach this week. Yeah, so, as always, have a great day.